So we've applied our materials to one of the little black dots and to the main body of the die. So what I need to do now is to form a boolean. So I go to the create palette, I go to the geometry sub option, and then I pop down the listing and I go to compound object. I look for the command boolean and I apply the command boolean to the main body of the die. Okay, now I scroll up my command palette here and I see I've got all these sub options for boolean. We've actually played with these earlier in this CD. What we're going to be doing is a subtraction. So we are going to subtract B from A, so we tick that option. Then what we need to do is go and pick the B operator. So in this case it's going to be the first geosphere. So I pick it. Now this is asking me what am I going to do with these two materials, because the die has its own material and the black divot has its own material. So here it says match material ID to materials, match materials to IDs, and so on. What we're going to do is the first option here. We're going to match material IDs to materials. So I take the first option there, and if we look at my perspective view, you can see that the divot has maintained a black color. So if I were to render this now, you would see that I now have a marble top with a black divot in it. So it's quite simple. Now all we have to do is we take a look at what this object has become in the modifier. It's now become a boolean. So what we need to do is collapse it after every instance of the boolean. So what we're going to do is just collapse this object back to an editable mesh each time. And that would be the first option here. So now it's become an editable mesh, and we can repeat the procedure. So then we click boolean and we pick the operator. But like I said, what we want to do is go and apply the black material to all of our geospheres. So go off and do that, and do the booleans for each instance or each side of the die, and then when we get back we'll talk about moving this object into our table scene and getting it at scale.